Oh, hello there, and welcome to today's episode of Casual Couch Gaming with your host, Magnus Tsunami. Today I'll be playing San Francisco Rush. Now, I remember playing this game a lot when I was younger and actually owned a Nintendo 64. So this game brings back a lot of memories for me. So, I've heard that we've sponsored a new driver, and his name is Steve. He prefers to drive the... what is it? A van or bus? But apparently it's a VW. You know, the, not BMW, is it Merc? I forget. But anyway, so we're joined with Steve. Now, I had an interview with him earlier. Apparently he's come from a very poor family that struggled to even get him through school. His passion is to become a surfer. And the reason he's racing is to raise funds to be able to get his surfboard so that he can learn how to surf and compete, because that's been his lifelong dream. But he's not going very well. He's already blown up his car. Oh dear. Apparently San Francisco Rush is not a circuit that you need to be messing with. It is very tough with very difficult opponents and very trying courses. And our second explosion already. Jeez, our driver Steve is not really off to a good start, is he? Already 2 fatalities. I don't know how the hell he's still driving, honestly. He's 7th out of 8. Ooh, managed to steal 6th position, but his driving is all over the place. Now, between you and I heard he's a bit of a stoner, but whether that's actually going to hinder him or help him as he clips the side of a building. Oh my gosh, this dude just does not know how to drive. I wonder where he learnt, or how the heck did he get his license? Did he get it from a cereal box? Running into a tree. Have we found a hidden shortcut? Is this going to help Steve gain the position? This isn't looking good. And another explosion! Oh dear, poor Steve is not going so well. 20 seconds on the clock. Now the objective as well, not only on top of having to place in a decent position, you have to make sure you get past the checkpoints, otherwise you run out of time. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. Whoa, that was cutting it close. So Steve is in dead last. I can see the other racers up ahead on the map. He's struggling to catch up, trying to make up for lost time by cutting across the grass, but goes headfirst into a building. Ah, come on, Steve. Show us what you're made of. Steve, did you fall asleep behind the wheel? Oh dear. And Steve has run out of time. Poor Steve has now placed in dead last. Will he do better in the second race? Let's see how he goes. What an interesting race last match, huh? Ooh, all the cars are bumping and shunting each other, trying to clamber for first position. How will Steve go in this absolute nightmare of a course? And already an explosion from one of the other drivers. Man, it is chaotic on those roads, Steve. Better be careful, otherwise he will be next. Is he going to learn from his last race, or will he make the same mistakes? Well, only time will tell here, as Steve is trying to gain a decent position. Manages to nab 3rd. Ooh, he's doing well. Is he going to take it? I spoke too soon. Oh, what a massive collision. Will he survive this? And somehow Steve manages to survive that gnarly crash. How the heck did he manage to survive that without exploding the car is beyond me. Steve trying to regain for lost time, but he's in dead last again. This is not good for Steve at all. What's he going to do here? Watch out, there's a wall! Ah, dear. Come on, Steve. I saw that coming a mile away. Why didn't you? Maybe you should wake up and pay attention to the road. I don't know what Steve is doing or where he got his driving from. Either that or he just really has no idea what he's doing. Never mind. Come on, Steve. I believe in you. You can do it. gunning through his engine. He's still in dead last, knocking over some traffic cones. Mind you, though, what were traffic cones doing in the middle of the race? And, oh, that's gotta hurt. Another explosion. And we're still in dead last. Come on, Steve. Let's show us what you're made of. Show those other races, see if we can catch up. Steve is still in dead last. The other racers are miles ahead. I don't think Steve really has a chance of catching up here. Why is he revving his engine up so high? Oh, clipping the wall there. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not going to help him gain any traction on the other races. The other races are miles ahead. Poor Steve is struggling to even catch one of them. Is he going to make it? He's making the checkpoints with relative ease and... oh! Straight into the wall. That was brutal. Come on, Steve, you should learn these courses before you take them. The streets of San Francisco are unforgiving. Well, apparently these were made in San Francisco because the game is called San Francisco Rush. And honestly, it was one of my most favorite games, so... Steve is still struggling to catch any races whatsoever, and this game is unforgiving. Oh, nice recovery there, but it's not going to be enough to catch up to the other drivers. They are too far ahead, and poor Steve is struggling with not much time left on the clock, but he's really cutting it close. Will Steve do better? Only time will tell. As he's hitting into so many walls, is he going to make the same mistake twice? Oh, clipping that wall. He managed not to blow up that time. Ooh, I see a racer in there. Will he be able to nab 7th position at least? Will he be able to make it? In a better position than dead last. Will Steve be able to achieve his dreams? Who knows? He's finally overtaken that other racer. Is he going to slow down here? Or is he going to gun it straight into the wall like he's done on every other... Spoke too soon. Steve creating a gnarly crash right there, head on to the wall. I really don't know what he hopes to achieve, but if he has any hopes to beat that other racer, he's got to start driving smarter. Ooh, nice. Takes back 7th position. Will this be enough? The other racers are far too far ahead. He can't catch up. But if Steve plays it smart... What the hell happened there? Steve blew up by clipping the corner too sharply, and the other racer has taken advantage of Steve's mistake, and Steve has now lost the 7th position spot. Oh, no. Steve is just making far too many mistakes, and he's really not being able to learn the course quickly, and these mistakes are going to cost him dearly. And Steve is gunning his engine to try and catch back up to make up for all that lost time, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Ooh, we've managed to nab 7th position, but only for a short amount of time. Oh man, come on Steve. Look at that pink racer, he's all over the place. You can at least try to beat him. Maybe, just maybe, if you play it smart, we might be able to get into 6th position. Just maybe. You can do it, I know you can. Show us what you're made of. Learn that course. Yes, that's better. Gunning his engine to try and catch the pink racer. We're now in 7th position. Are we going to have enough time? Oh, be careful. That almost cost Steve his position. Now, I don't know why Steve isn't learning from his lesson and slowing down at this corner, because he's already blown up twice. Is he going to make the same mistake 3 times? I really don't know why he doesn't slow down. Does he not believe in brakes? Or is he just living dangerously? Boom. I guessed as much. I knew he wasn't going to slow down. Based on his track record and how Steve drives, I had a feeling he wasn't going to change his habits. Well, he seems to be holding 7th position quite strongly. He doesn't have a chance in hell of catching the 6th position racer as they're about to cross the finish line. Will he keep the 5th position? Well, I saw a glitch there. He was in 5th position for a fraction of a second. But Steve has managed to nab 7th place, and that is all I have time for. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, Magnus Tsunami out. Start with a C. Start with a G. Magnus.
Tsunami.